Hey, I'm T Styles and I help writers build their book businesses through story structure, marketing, and publishing. So if that interests you and you want more of that, please like, subscribe, and share. And do me a favor, put a little emoji right now in the comments so I know you want more of this. It really does help my channel. Okay, so I want to give you 6 habits of the rich and wealthy writers, because there are certain things that we do on a continuous basis to make sure that we are earning income, that we are never without a royalty check coming in. And I want to share that with you. Some of these things you may know, some of them you may not know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to discuss them anyway. Okay. Number one of the first things we do is, and I'm looking at my notes, is we always develop a plan. And the reason why most wealthy writers develop a plan is because number one, it gives us a direction to take. And when I'm talking about a plan in this instance, I'm really talking about a plan in terms of our books. Because without saying it, I think it should not go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Most wealthy writers are prolific. It's very rare that, the people who are able to do this full time on a regular basis was able to achieve this mega success with one book. Even the big wealthy ones who we are nowhere near, like J.K. Rowling and all of these guys, they have more than one book. So you're going to have to learn to develop the art of being prolific. So when I'm talking about a plan, I'm speaking about a plan on how to create these books on a repetitive basis. Just to share a quick thing with you, when I first started my career, I had mega success with, not my very first book. My very first book was self-published, Rainbow Heart, and I didn't have a lot of success with that book. But my next books, Black and Ugly, which was about a young lady who hated her skin complexion, even though she was beautiful, and A Hustler's Son, I received a lot of success with those titles. It sold very well. I did very well. But I was concerned that I was going to be able to continue to do that after my next successes with Pitbulls in the Skirt and my title Shit List. So I was like, how can I continue to do this? And it wasn't until I created a system with which I have shared at this point with all of you, including the people who are in my membership program, the Elite Writer Squad, is I created a system where I could do this on a repetitive basis. And from that point on, I have been here ever since. So wealthy writers, people who understand the importance of being organized, do always develop a plan. The next thing that we do as wealthy writers is we write every day. And I want to say something here, because sometimes people think, oh my God, I don't have like it in me to write like 5 or 6 chapters, a day, or 5 or 6 pages. The more you can do on a regular basis, the better. But what you are trying to do is get the psychology in your mind of writing every day, sitting down and writing every day. So even if it's not 5 or 6 pages, one of the things I share with my team at the Elite Writer Squad is, if you can't do something because something come up, do a sentence, literally. Now, of course, you don't want to do only a sentence on the long run, because you're going to find yourself never being able to complete the books that you're trying to put out. But by writing something every day, you are developing that mindset of being a writer. And that's what you want when we're talking about creating income and being wealthy. Another thing 6-figure writers understand is the importance of creating a tribe. You can do nothing by yourself. I have a show on Clubhouse on Mondays and Tuesdays. Hopefully by the time you look at this, it's still relevant, because I'm filmmaking. I'm doing so much right now. But I have a show on Monday and Tuesdays. And one of the things I always say is that God answers your prayers through other people. I'm a very spiritual person, not necessarily religious, but spiritual. And I really do believe that. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen the magic of what happens when you are surrounding yourself with like minds, not only just your readers, who are fantastic. And I actually refer to my readers as the Twisted Babies. I've mentioned them several times in my books. And they let me know that they are one of my twisted babies by responding back to me in kind. So not only with your readers, which is paramount, but also with other writers. Are you connecting with other writers? Are you creating this culture around you by which writing and reading is everything? Well, guess what? Wealthy writers understand the importance of that. Wealthy people avoid toxic people. I understand that there's some people that we can't be without. And I always say, when you are in a position where you have to kind of like get rid of people who aren't benefiting you on an emotional level or any kind of level for that matter, that you make adjustments in your life, not announcements. So you never want to say, hey, you negative such and such, I don't want you in my life anymore. That's not what we're talking about. However, you want to slowly but surely limit the amount of time that you're having around certain people. Now, if these people aren't people who are your family members or people who you have a major tie to, then perhaps just like cutting all ties will be better. But whatever you decide to do, it's important that you make sure that you limit the amount of people who are heavy around you. And I will say this, as a writer, I have gone into situations where it may be a little bit heavy when I be in these situations. But whenever this occurs, I'm always highly focused. And what that means is I'm probably not going to drink as much. I'm probably not going to be having as much fun, because I know that it's quite possible that if I'm not careful, that this person is going to bring me down in their energy. So with toxic people, they can do nothing but mess up your pocketbooks. We understand that, and so we keep them away from us. This is big. I know that there's a culture right now of making sure you look the part. If you notice on my YouTube channels, I tend to be dressed down. I don't do a lot unless you see me on my photos. I can make more do with less than anything else. And I really like that. That's comfortable. First of all, I'm older than a lot of up and coming writers. That don't mean I want to be looking a mess either. But we live within our means. Wealthy writers understand the importance of living within our means, because although we aren't necessarily having to worry about if you are saving and things like that, money and things of those natures, at the same time, anything can happen. When the pandemic hit, I had no idea what was going to happen. Literally, I have been a writer all of my life. Turns out that during the pandemic, more people were interested in entertainment because they're staying home. Who would have thunk? Which is more and more reasons why I created this platform to help writers, because I saw the power of that. And I understand that writers are trying to maintain their livelihood, and that there are readers who are amazing and who want quality entertainment. However, this is something that I do not go back and forth on, because it varies for different people, but we live within our means. You don't want to just spend for the sake of spending. You have to consider budgets, how much money you're spending on advertising, how much money you're spending on, going out, how much money you're spending on your family, and that nest egg in the event something happens. Wealthy writers live within their means. And although we tend to have fun, like you look at some of my Instagram pages, honey, I love to dance, and I like spots where, you probably wouldn't think I would be at. I like places where people gonna party. I don't like places where people gonna put on airs. I'm still careful. So that is one of the biggest things I want to say. Wealthy writers live within their means. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, if you like this content and you want more of this, please like with an emoji, like, and then put an emoji down. Let me know that you see me. I'm doing this for you guys. It really does help my channel. I will be back with another video. Have an amazing day. Go create and be great. Talk to you later. Bye.